赛我们队伍总体来说下半场打得会比上半场好一些。可能一开始这个队伍集中一段时间，因为在国内疫情的情况下，并没有参加一些正式的比赛，可能对队伍这个适应比赛的这种感觉会弱一点。但下半场我觉得调整还是不错，在落后最多22分的情况下，把比分反超，还是有机会去赢的。但是还是因为一些比较低级的失误吧，然后最后输掉了比赛。但是我觉得大家还是非常拼的。
Joe, how do you think your team played tonight? Oh, sorry.
Can you do the translation?
Oh, sorry, I didn't know you had a translator.
Yeah, that's okay.
I think today's game, first of all, I give practice for today's game because generally our second half is getting better compared with first half. Because at the beginning of when we get together in Guangzhou preparing for this World Cup qualifiers, because of COVID-19 in China, so actually we didn't play like a lot of official warm-up games right there. So at the beginning, I think when we used to game pace, this one is not really good. However, on the second half, I think we are getting better. We cut down turnovers. That one, even we're down by 22 points, but we got chance and even over the points. But lastly, when we have some like low-level turnovers, we lost this game. But generally, I give credit for our boys in fighting the game.
Joe, how happy were you to have the team get back into the game, and how difficult was it just to miss out at the end there in that last quarter?
我觉得，首先我回到这个球场很高兴，因为我上个赛季，在这个球场打了一个赛季的比赛，主场比赛，然后，这次代表国家队出来，我觉得，我们整个球队的这种状态，我觉得是一个非常好的。然后，尽管今天输了比赛，但是我觉得我们在向一个好的方向发展。希望我们能一场比一场更好吧。
First of all, I'm really happy to go back to this court, and because this is the court which I played for the last season, and also represent for the Team China here, and feel so honored and happy about this. And I think generally our Team China so far, this team, showed good image to the outside. Also, we are in a good trending to getting better for the development. So hopefully for the game by game, we can get better and better.
Yeah.
You know you've got another game against James May first tomorrow, and you'll face Australia again on Sunday. So what do you take out of this game that you hope to improve on?
因为他们有很多这个新的一些球员，然后这个休息一天以后，我们就再次对澳大利亚这个对手，我觉得我相信打过一场以后，再次面对澳大利亚的时候，我相信可能队员会比今天会做得更好一些。因为这个队伍是非常年轻，有很多的这个年轻队员正在慢慢成长起来。这个我也相信这个大家这个队伍也非常期待下一场是跟这个澳大利亚的比赛吧。
First of all, I think tomorrow game for Chinese Taipei, because they are the new roasters. Actually, we're not really familiar with their one, so we'll try our best and have confidence we can just get ready for this game. And after the day after that, when we're going against Australia, I think we're getting better because we already played one games. Then we'll see how. After this one game, we make a conclusion, things we can getting better for their game. And now for our Team China right now, because we got more young roasters, I think this is time for them also growth and also for them to learning. But I have confidence that we'll getting the Team China expecting the better performance for the coming 2 games.
Thank you, guys.
One last question on FIBA. Coach Lu Feng. First defeat, how do you analyze it? Great basketball produced on the last 2 quarters. Next match, how do you see it?
其实对于这个最后2节的比赛，我觉得大家的这种 态度吧。我觉得这是个新一届中国男篮的，是非常不错的。以往可能因为我在国家队当运动员的时候也打了10年球吧，也打了2届奥运会，但是可能在落后这个20多分的情况下，可能就会放弃比赛啊。但是今天并没有啊，大家依然的去拼每一个球、每一个回合、每个篮板，甚至把比分反超。我相信这个在场的所有观众也非常，这个看得也非常精彩和开心。那我觉得这个如果说这个40分钟的比赛，那大家都能像这个最后2轮的比赛去打的话，我相信这个年轻的队伍会朝一个更好的方向慢慢成长吧。
One last question for Joe Chi. So Joe, you are one of the leaders on this team. How do you feel about that? And what has been one of the key things you have to do as a team leader?
首先我觉得我们这支球队在督导的带领下，我们每一个人都是这个你说领袖也好，还是说怎么着也好，就是我们是一个靠团队的这个打法的球队啊，我们并没有说靠某一个人去在场上解决战斗。那我觉得我们每一个人，我们球场的12个人，每一个人有每一个人的特点，那我们综合起来，我们拧成一股绳，我们才能去击败对手。
Who are some of the Australian players you have interact with since you come back here?
我觉得就像我刚才说的吧，就是其实我回到这里就是打比赛很开心，我希望我们能接下来的3场球能一场比一场打得更好。
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ready to go? Yeah. Welcome back to the second part of this post-game press conference. We now have with us Australia head coach Brian Gorge again and Matthew Dellavedova, the captain. Gorge, give us your comments on the game.
Real proud of the team. You know, virtually a totally new group. Selection we talked about, was a real difficult process, and we brought the guys here that wanted to be a part of this, and we're committed to it, and we're excited about being Boomers. And we got a good group that's practiced well for 4 days, but again, a lot of, and I'm looking at the bench or coming to practice, there's just a lot of new faces, and you don't know what tonight's going to bring, you know, and where you're going to have to go from a coaching standpoint, who's going to go, who's not going to go, what combinations play well, all that kind of stuff. So the big thing was playing hard. They played hard. We were dealing with size. We did a great job, I thought, on their bigs for as much of the game as we could, and made them earn what they got. We got our defensive transition back, and we got our press break going. Early days, it's the first game. We got a couple more coming, but I feel really excited about what we did tonight and the way forward. And then the guy next to me just makes it all go, you know, not only here, but, you know, joining the Boomers and the Rose Gold team, just his leadership, what he does on and off the floor, all those little things. And in this group, being a young group in short time, I'm just leaning on him every minute of the day, and he's just a pro. And tonight he was outstanding. So really happy for him, happy for the group. Look forward to the next one.
And Delly, just some comments from you about the game, please.
Yeah, like Gorge said, you know, 4 or 5 days of training with the new group, but the energy, enthusiasm, attention to detail of all the boys has been unreal. And I think I said to Gorge after the second day, I feel like we've got enough in that, you know, we could play a game. And I thought tonight, you know, executed well. Intensity was there. You know, bench was awesome. Everyone was involved, and you know, the buy-in and excitement, you can feel it from everyone involved, and it was just a lot of fun.
Gorge, what did you see? Like third quarter, you had a 16-point lead. They came back. What did you see from the way the guys stood up in that moment, so they got themselves back in the game?
Well, it's something that we talked about. There's no way that we're not going to go through a roller. We're not going to just move through it. We're going to be 16 points up, 20 points up. The game's not over. We're 20 points down. The game's not over. And the big plays, you know, we stayed. They went press and they went back to zone. And the zone threw us off a little bit in the start of the fourth quarter. I mean, he hit a huge three, made some great plays off the pick and roll with Frawling. But I thought they were fearless. I didn't, you know, we played like there wasn't a scoreboard. Guys took shots. They weren't hesitant. And I just thought we stayed in, as he said, with the detail. And our good players made plays. And then on the other end of the floor, I just thought that's where all we're talking about, the effort and the, you know, 7 feet switching with a guard on Joe Chi down in the low block and doubling and rotating out of that, and then in a fist fight to get the ball off the rebound. And we had 4 straight stops there when it mattered in that, doing just what I talked about. So, yeah, just it certainly wasn't play calls from me. It was those guys just being fearless and doing what they do.
Delly, what was your mindset in the fourth quarter? It seemed like you stepped it up a bit when the game's on the line there.
It was just, I mean, yeah, like they went to that zone. I think, you know, saw some openings there. I thought Froles did a great job of screening and then just finding the gaps and continuing to move and making some nice finishes. And that was huge. And then I think came down to the defense. trying to trap the big fellas, rotate out of it, and then all coming back to help on the boards.
And Jack McVeigh, we've seen in the NBL he's pretty fearless, but tonight he just seemed to just roll exactly the same, do the same things.
Yeah, I mean, he's been awesome from day one, and obviously you saw tonight his shot making and his ability to play slow and under control with his fakes and things like that. But I think the best thing he's brought is just energy every day. He's just a very positive person to be around, and always got a smile on his face. And it's been a lot of fun getting to know him.
Gorge, was this the kind of test you were hoping to get for this group in the first game? And you got a lot of new faces, like you said. The physicality is different. The contact they allow is different from what these guys may be used to. Was this beneficial for you in terms of these next coming games over the next couple of days?
Without a doubt. And I rated this as being really difficult. They beat Japan by 50-45. And I know China, obviously. I was there for 12 years. And there's a lot of work being put into this right now because they missed out on the Olympics. And this team's been together for a period of time, and they came here ready. And I knew it was going to be a big test. And again, I knew some things, but it's better than I anticipated in the game. I think the atmosphere was fantastic, a fantastic atmosphere. And so it was, he always talked about playing with the Boomers on home soil. I'm trying to think when the last time, I certainly, over the 12 years I've been involved with the Boomers, it hasn't been often. So to play here in front of a crowd like that and play in a quality game like that, physical, tough, right down to the last 3 minutes, I think it was good for everybody.
And then you've got a short turnaround till tomorrow night, completely different team, completely different style of play from Japan. So how do you make that adjustment quickly, and what are you expecting in that one?
Simple clarity on what we do, a couple adjustments from tonight, and then a real brief video session tomorrow, make some adjustments defensively, and it's international basketball. We'll have to dig a little bit deeper into the bench, and this team's just been sitting and waiting and watching, and they've got a tremendous coach. He coached the Japanese women and they may have been the best team at the Olympics as far as structure goes. And I know he'll do a great job with this team, and they've been able to sit and watch the game. So we'll be tested again, and then China comes back for a third one. So it's 3 great games for us in Melbourne, and I'm hoping for full houses.
And Delhi, I know how much you love playing for Australia, we all know that, but how much are you enjoying the role this week in terms of being the captain, having all these young guys coming through and really showing them what the Boomers system and culture and international play is all about?
I mean, I've really enjoyed it. Obviously, anytime you get a chance to pull on the green and gold, you never take it for granted, but I think being one of the more experienced guys with this group and just feeling their excitement and enthusiasm to play for the Boomers for the first time, and be able to try to pass on as much as I can about what it means and the culture and what our goals are, what the expectations are. I mean, it's been a really easy job because they're just so enthusiastic, and you can see how much it means to them from day one. And I think the stuff Gorge has put in, he's kept it simple, but everyone knows what's required and what we're supposed to do. And I thought everyone just did a really good job of executing that tonight at a high intensity.
Does it make you think back at all to when you first put on the green and gold for the Boomers?
Yeah. I mean, I was lucky enough to have great leaders and experienced guys that I played with. Matt Nielsen was the captain when I first started, and he was awesome. Dave Anderson, obviously Joey, Paddy, Bainesy, Bogues. So yeah, it's cool to be able to pass on as much as I can to those guys.
Coach Brian, obviously you mentioned you spent a lot of time in China, 12 years, and then now you're coaching the team playing against China. You guys did really well in the first half. Then China had a big challenge, and then the last quarter you guys played really well. And what was like the most specification stuff about the last quarter?
Well, I think the defensive end of the floor, I thought Defon did a great job of adjustments when they fell behind. They fell behind 16. He changed his defense. He put the press in, and he played a smaller group with one big and worked the three-point line and changed strategies. I thought he did a great job coaching, and I thought they had tremendous depth, and they started to wear us down. But the fourth quarter, I think the win came mainly for us from the defensive end of the floor. We went to switching, and our guards did a great job on their big guys and just fought and won that war, and I thought that was the difference in the game. But for me, I worked with Defon as an assistant coach and know him quite well, and a lot of these guys I've coached either in the CBA or with the national program, and I got tremendous respect for them and their staff, and I thought they put on a great performance tonight.
Also, you guys are unbeaten since the start of the campaign, and it's really important for the team confidence. And what are the expectations against Japan, and also the next game that you guys are gonna play China? How do you guys gonna limit Zhou Qi even better?
Well, I mean, what I've learned from the culture in this team is win it, gold medal, or nothing. So every game we play, we expect to win, and we're coming no matter who it is or where it is. We expect to win, and we want to do whatever we can to prepare to win. And Zhou Qi is going to be a challenge. They're going to be again, as this thing wears on, you can't coach size. Big is hard to guard, but we're going to do everything that we can. We're going to keep trapping and doubling and try to do everything we can to win these next two games. And we're here expecting to do that. Thank you.
And just one from the international press. Delhi, what was it like to lead the team in scoring, despite being known more as a playmaker? And how did it feel playing up against Go Island from China?
Yeah, I mean, I think coming back to the NBL, playing with Melbourne United in a different role, I really got a good chance to work on different parts of my game with Dean and the team. And then I've been playing a lot of pickup with the St. Mary's boys. They've let me shoot a lot of shots in pickup there, so thanks to the boys. And, I've been having good workouts there and with Paul McCloy, one of my college teammates, to get ready for this. And, I mean, all of China's guards are tough, physical, move their feet well, and, try to get after us defensively. And I thought our bigs did a good job of presenting for catches and then also setting screens to help loosen our guards up.
Delhi, just a quick one on Thon. We know he's building up again after being out for a while. What did you see from him tonight? How valuable do you think the minutes on court will be for him tonight and going forward?
For me?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really excited to be back on the floor with Thon. He's a competitor. He's going to bring it every single night. I know how excited he is to be back playing for the Boomers, and just really happy that we could get the win tonight. But I thought he did a good job, defensively, battling down low, and then really run the floor hard. And I don't think he or our other bigs really got rewarded for their runs, but it got our shooters open looks, and that's the kind of unselfish things we need to win games.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Craig,
Thank you.
Brian Gorgian, and
Thank
Matthew
you.
Dellavedova. This post-game, oh my gosh, this post-game press conference is over.
Thank you.
Thank you.